Welcome into the latest edition of ESPN FC. I'm Dan Thomas, joined the studio today by Shaka Hislop and Stevie Nicol. We'll kick things off with Leicester against Everton. You might have thought this might be a nervy affair. Two teams, of course, are fighting for survival. It could have been a lot more, both having chances, especially in that frantic first half. But what it all means, let's take a look then at the bottom of the Premier League table. As Southampton, and I think everyone agrees they are down. Everton remain, though, second from bottom. Meanwhile, for Leicester, that 1 point puts them now level with Leeds and Nottingham Forest. Everton are in big trouble still. Let's welcome in, shall we, Ian Darke to the show. Ian, what a match. It was almost basketball-esque.
Yeah, it was a spectacular game, really. I mean, as you said, Dan, often those games at the bottom are just dogfights, scraps, ugly to look at. But this was just full of drama and incident. I mean, I think Leicester, how they're going to regret that penalty by James Maddison straight at Pickford. That could have given the points. You have a feeling they had to win that game tonight. It's a better point for Everton. I thought they were much improved, Everton. Last week, I covered them against Newcastle, and you thought really all the hope is draining away. The fans had kind of made their minds up as well that it was a lost cause. But they played tonight like a team with restored belief, and they might have snatched it as well in the second half. You know, they still need the points, so they're a point behind the other three rivals there. As you say, Southampton are doomed. Their last game, Everton, is at home to Bournemouth, and it could come to that, I reckon.
Yeah, it's going to go right down to the wire, no doubt about that. That big missed penalty from Maddison, or saved, you could say, from Jordan Pickford, had it written on his bottle. The potential penalty takers, and Maddison was stay still.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well,
would you have done any sort of research like that back in the day?
I would have had my research assistant do that.
How difficult is it to stay still as a goalkeeper?
It goes against all your instinct as a keeper. So,
what are you laughing at?
Well, if you've got a bottle that tells you a certain person's taking it, you stay still, then it's pretty easy to stay still, isn't it?
But instinctively, surely you still doubt yourself.
No.
I mean, listen, I get it. I get you do your research, but how many has Maddison hit all his penalties down the middle? I mean, I find that players who go down the middle, it's usually because the keeper moves early.
Right.
To Pickford's credit, he starts to inch to his right and then holds his ground. And that's fair play, understanding who's coming. But to the point of the research, I think there's context to going down the middle that sometimes can be lost. They get it right, you have to say.
Stevie, did you enjoy the defensive show that we saw from both of these sides today?
Well, defensively, it was a bit of a shambles, let's be quite honest with you.
I mean, it was fun. That made it fun, didn't it?
Listen, if you don't have a horse in the race, as you said, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
It was just end to end. Both teams try to score, which, if you like watching football, then it's fun to watch.
Yes.
But from a coaching side of it, I mean, it's a bit of a shambles. And I think the Vardy goal sums up too many teams, in my opinion, today. Nobody is thinking about what happens if it goes wrong. Because as soon as Iwobi makes that pass, you should be able to figure out it's probably going to get cut out. And the only person that is thinking that way is Jamie Vardy.
Right.
He's already on his way. As soon as he figures it out, he's already on his way. And the defenders are just standing, waiting for it, you know. And that's why he's got so many goals, and that's why he scored today. So, yeah, from a defensive point of view, bit of a shambles, but fun to watch.
Let's take a look then at how the bookies have things set after that result regarding who's going down. No surprise, Southampton, massive favourites, 66 to 1 on. You have to put $66 on to win $1 single. That's how certain they are that Saints will be in the Championship next season. It then gets a lot closer, doesn't it? Leicester, Leeds, Forest and Everton, you would say, the two others that will join Southampton in the second tier of English football next season. Who's going down, Ian?
Well, Southampton, I think for sure they've got too much to do. I don't like the way Leeds United are defending. I think they've let in more goals in April than any team in any month in Premier League history. So they look a bit of a shambles at the back. So I think they're going to go. The third one, I don't know. I've got a feeling Jamie Vardy is going to play a part for Leicester City. He scored in the last 2 games. They've hardly played him this season. He's 36. And I think Dean Smith has said to him, look, just give me 1 month of what you used to be. And so far, he's doing that. I wonder whether his goals might just keep Leicester afloat, and maybe the third team to go will be Forest.
You mentioned Leeds, Ian. Obviously, there are strong suggestions that Javi Gracia could be sacked this week, with Sam Allardyce the favourite to come in for those remaining matches. Does that make sense to you?
Well, not a lot of sense, no, but not much does it? I mean, how many changes of manager have there been down at the bottom of the table? So we've got interims and interims. So it looks too late. I mean, it's just a desperate hope, isn't it, that somebody new coming through the door might just give them a lift for the last 3 or 4 games. And, of course, he's worth so much money to stay in this league. But he's going to have to be quick, isn't he, Sam, to change it for Leeds United now. But, you know, look, they all live in hope. I mean, this is going to go minute by minute now. It's going to be a tremendous drama.
Who's going down, Shaq?
Southampton, Everton and Nottingham Forest for me.
You think Leeds are going to stay up?
I think Leeds survive.
If they bring in Sam?
I think Leeds survive only just. My concern with Everton, and I think you saw that again today against Leicester. They go 1 up, and I spoke about this in the Newcastle game, that Everton are just running around with a whole lot of energy and not a whole lot of organisation for me. And they took the lead, and you saw that response. Everybody just started running really fast with no real direction. And that concerns me around Everton, around a Dyche team that normally so well organised. So that concerns me about them. I just don't feel that they're getting any better. I was saying all along that I thought Nottingham Forest would survive. But the Brentford game changed my mind in that approach. I thought Brentford barely tried. And somehow Nottingham Forest, despite taking the lead, figured out a way to lose that. And if you're losing that game, right, I'm really concerned for Forest going forward, concerned in a way that I hadn't been before. So as of right now, again, it's going to be tight. I think Leicester have enough. Vardy being included, I think Iverson coming in, and you saw that again today. He's going to be key for them between now and the end of the season. I think they survive. I think Leeds just almost by default because of the deficiencies of the others.
I think Everton will survive.
Okay.
I find it interesting. Nobody's mentioned the open goal that Calvert-Lewin missed.
Yeah.
That could have changed Everton. You know, and that is my reason for Everton staying up.
Because Calvert-Lewin.
If Calvert-Lewin can stay fit between now and the end of the season and play in all of these games, I think he'll do enough to keep Everton up.
Right.
Because Forest...
So who have you got going down?
Forest leads Southampton.
Even if Big Sam Allardyce comes in and replaces Grass?
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I don't understand this. All of these managers getting the sack. How about sacking these directors of football? Because these are the people that are bringing the players in.
Oh, it's a bit...
And I don't
that way we can make a difference now, won't it?
I don't care. You can stick Pep in charge of Leeds. Never mind Sam Allardyce.
Right.
They're still going down because they don't have anybody that can defend. And I don't care how good the coach is. If you've got players who can't do the job, and Leeds have got plenty of them, then why are you sacking managers every six weeks, 6 months, whatever it is? So, yeah, they shouldn't sack the manager.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.